Hi, this is Jenny at Trendy Tree, and today we're going to make a patriotic wreath. I'm going to use this cute red truck patriotic sign that has a flag that says God Bless America, and the number is AP8513. All these supplies came from Trendy Tree. I have 3 ribbons picked out. The first one is a patriotic block ribbon. It just has lots of patterns of stars and stripes and polka dots and circles and so forth, and it is RG01794A1. I have a 1.5 inch stars and stripes, and it's RG0172027, and then a royal blue, this is what's called large glitter. It's a 1.5 inch ribbon, and that number is RGA130025. I'm using a 24 inch red pencil wreath. This is the red metallic, and that number is XX751124. I have 2 rolls of mesh, and I'll have to look that number up for you, but this is a border mesh. It's a plain Deco poly mesh in the middle, and then it has wide foil on each end in the red, white, and blue. We're going to use 2 rolls of that. It won't take all of 2 rolls, but it will take more than 1. We're going to do the ruffle technique. And on our 24 inch wreath, the widest ring measures 15 inches. So with the addition of mesh, ribbons, and so forth, you wind up with a wreath that is, 24 inches or greater. Now the first thing I'm going to do is cut the mesh, and I'm using a collapsible mesh holder. I zoomed in, so I don't know if you can see it completely or not, but this is collapsible. You can unbuckle it and fold it over, and I've got another video that I can show you that a little better close up. But it comes from Susie's Wreaths and Things, or Susie's Wreath Shop. Susie Brand created this, and she just got her patent on it recently, so congratulations to her. So we're going to cut our mesh 2 pieces at a time to save a little time, and we're just going to load that on the roller and just roll that mesh down and slide it under the little yardstick on the front. Go under that. This is a tool. If you make a lot of mesh wreaths, it will just save you so much time. This is a self-healing cutting mat, and I'll give you the link for that. And then I'm also using a rotary stick cutter. The first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and get a straight edge. Just cut that off. And I'm going to make these ruffles 30 inches in length. Now I still have a little bit of mesh left on each roll. I'm going to just go ahead and collapse my ribbon holder down. It has a little slot for your dowels. You can store them. It'll hold 10 inch mesh and 21 inch mesh. It'll hold 3 rolls of 21 inch or 6 rolls of 10 inch. Okay, and we can just set that out of the way. I'm just going to go ahead and take my pencil wreath and get the twist pulled out. And I'm going to make my first ruffle. I'm going to take a piece of the 30 inch mesh. I'm just going to stretch it out and scrunch right up through the center. Then I'm going to take that and secure it in the twist. 1 ruffle in each twist. And I'm going to work all the way around the outer ring, and then I'll do a ruffle, the same thing to the inner ring. Now there's our wreath after we've gone all the way around the inner and the outer ring with one 30-inch ruffle. Now the next thing we're going to do is cut our ribbon strips. The next thing I'm going to do is cut my ribbon strips. I have a ribbon cutting tool. It comes from Hot Mesh Mom on Etsy, and I'll give you the link for that. But when you buy it, it's a set of 2 templates. One has 10 and a 12-inch, and the other is 13 and 14. So I'm going to cut my ribbon strips 13 inches. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and lay my ribbon down. I'll just start with this 2.5 inch. I'm just going to let that fall off on the floor. And start it at the end, hold on to your end, and just flip that over. And of course, depending on the thickness of your ribbon will depend on, how many loops you can cut. So I'm just going to stop right there for right now and cut that off. And then I'm going to slide my scissors up under the ribbon and cut it. Keep holding on to it. Hold on, flip to the other side, slide my scissors under there, and cut that. And then I'm ready to finish off my ends. And usually on the 2.5 inch ribbon, I like to do a dovetail cut. So you just fold the ribbon, cut across the edge, cut from the folded side, and then you have a dovetail cut. I'm going to finish cutting the ribbon. I'm going to cut 18 pieces of each style of ribbon. And on my 1.5 inch ribbon, I usually just angle those ends. But you can do that either way. Of course, you don't have to do ribbon strips. You can do bows, you can do loops and tails, or any combination, just whatever you prefer. Okay, we have our ribbon cut. And I'm going to make a ribbon cluster. I'm going to use, I cut 18 pieces of each style of ribbon, and I'm going to take each piece of ribbon and make a ribbon cluster to go in each twist. So I'm going to take the ribbon and just fold it in half, find my center, pinch it up, and then I'm going to take the 1.5 inch ribbon, fold it in half, pinch it up, and one of the other styles of ribbon, fold it in half, pinch it up, and then I'm going to open my twist. Now, not everybody does that. That's strictly if you want to do it or not. I prefer to undo my twist and lay the ribbon cluster down right on top of the mesh ruffle and then twist it back. And this time I'm going to close it with 3 or 4 turns. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to spread my ribbon out. Make sure you have your right sides of your ribbon up. And you can kind of run your hands under your ribbon to kind of give it a little curl. Make it turn under a little bit. And we're going to put a ribbon cluster in each twist, all around the outer ring and the inner ring. Now there's our wreath after we've gone all the way around with a ribbon cluster in each twist. Now the next thing we're going to do is add our sign. Full length chenille stems and just fold it. Take your staple gun. Oops. For this wreath, I think I'm going to put the sign right in the middle, and I don't want to press it down and crush down the mesh. So I'm going to just position the sign. It has a burlap string, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to tuck that to the back. And I'm going to put it in the center of the wreath and just reach through from the back side and find my chenille stems and attach it to the work wreath frame. Now there's the wreath with the sign in the center. Of course, you can move it over to the side if you want to. And you can just do the wreath just like this. I think it's fine just the way it is. We do have a little bit of ribbon left over, so I thought I might just make a bow to put down at the bottom. But you could do that anyway. And like I say, you could make just bows, you could make loops or tails, or just leave it with the ribbon strips. But I think I'm going to make a bow to go to the bottom. I made a hanger on the back with zip ties. I put one zip tie in, and then I secured that zip tie on each side of a straight piece with 2 more zip ties and cut off the tails. And that way, you know, make sure you got all your sharp edges turned to the inside, but you got a neat looking hanger. Sometimes I just do a chenille stem too. Okay, I'm going to make a bow with the Easy Bow Maker, and I'm going to need a zip tie and a chenille stem. I only have about 2 yards left of this ribbon, so I'm going to make I cut too many ribbon strips a while ago, so I've got a 16-inch tail. I'm going to drop that in the bow maker, give it a twist, just pull that tail to the front. I'm going to make a 6-inch loop. Drop that down, give it a twist, make a loop on the other side. And that's about all I could do with that ribbon. So just go ahead and bring that down and make a tail. And then I'm going to use the Stars and Stripes ribbon. I'm going to make a 16-inch tail, drop that in the center, give it a twist, make a 6-inch loop on each side. Give it each time you want to twist and get your right side up. On this ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and do more loops. So that's 2 loops on that side. Two loops. And let's see. I've got enough to do another loop on each side. Twist. Keeping those loops the same. Okay, now my tails are going to be uneven right now, but I can even those up as I get through. Just going to go ahead and kind of space out those loops. Keeping my tails to the front, and then I'm going to use my royal blue. Make a 16-inch tail, drop it, give it a twist. Make a 6-inch loop, twist, get the right side up. Oops. I'll let that loop slip a little bit and take that back out. 6 inches. Twist. I like finishing off with this sequin glitter ribbon because it just sparkles so much. I think it'll be pretty. Okay, so I've got 2 loops. I'm going to make 1 more loop. On each side. Then I'll end it off. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to make one. I'm going to make 1 more loop, 1 more little small loop for the center, which will kind of cover up my mechanics. Okay, and now I'm ready to end that off. So I'm just going to spread those loops out, and that little short last loop will just be to cover up my mechanics. So now I'm going to take my zip tie, I'm going to ease that under all the ribbon. Make sure I get it under all the way. Pull that up. I'm going to go ahead and start that zip tie, but I'm not going to pull it tight. I'm just going to pull it tight enough that I can go ahead and take my bow off the board. Keep holding the ribbon. I've got it on the side of that loop. I'm going to go ahead and pull that around to the bottom. I'm going to take my chenille stem and go under the zip tie. And now I'm ready to pull my zip tie tight. Snip off that tail. I've got my zip tie to secure, not my zip tie, but my chenille stem to secure it to the wreath. And that little short loop, I'm going to pull that over to cover up that zip tie. And then I'm just going to spread these loops out, fluff out that bow. Okay, so there's our bow. Of course, the tails are very uneven right now, but the next thing I'm going to do is attach it to the wreath, and then once I get it on the wreath, I can trim those tails whatever length I want them to be. To attach the bow, I'm just going to kind of put it on the lower front here, and I'm just going to reach my hands in through the back of the wreath and get that chenille stem and attach it. I don't want to pull my bow in so tight that it squishes it in, but then attach it to the work wreath frame. Okay, of course then you want to fluff out your ribbons, and then you can look at the length of your tails on what you want to shape them to be or trim them to be. So I'm just going to go, that's my shortest tail. I don't want them too much difference in size. Okay, there we go. All right, I like the way it turned out. I'll get you some better pictures. And of course, all this information will be on the blog post, the links to all the products. All the products came from Trendy Tree. Let's see, get it down where you can see it, okay? There you go. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and there's a little bell down at the front of your screen somewhere. If you click on that, the next time we have a video, you'll get a notice that we have a new video uploaded. So I hope you'll visit us at Trendy Tree. We have thousands of wreath making supplies, everything from wreath forms, just hundreds of styles of mesh, and literally hundreds and hundreds of styles of ribbons, signs, silk flowers, and all sorts of other seasonal decorations. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.